Hey guys, I want to show you something I found on Bitcoin chart today. I have never seen this before. I was just browsing through my charts. Don't really trade Bitcoin, so I only check on it every so often to see what it plans to do. It is the leader in the market, so I like to keep my eye on it a little bit. But right now, altcoins are hot, and so I've been fully focused on the altcoin market. I know Ethereum is going to 6,000. I know the altcoin market cap, including Ethereum, is going to 2.2 trillion. And if you take a look at the BTC dominance chart, let's do that real quick. I know that we have formed a cup and handle, or we are, I should say, my prediction was that we would form a cup and handle, which is happening. I'm not saying what I said before is going to be correct, but it certainly does look like this, although a little bit deeper than what I had drawn it when we were way back here. Uh, it looks like it is forming that cup and handle pattern. And if that happens, then we are going all the way up to our resistance line at, I think it's 57%. Yeah, because we'll break the neck here, and this is our target right in this area. What that means for Bitcoin is it's going to go up in a big way. However, I just was not seeing that by looking at the charts. So I'm like trying to figure out why one chart is telling me one thing and another chart is telling me something else. So let's go back to our Bitcoin all-time history index. All right. So I showed you previously in previous videos, there's cup and handle patterns all over the place here. I wasn't sure which one the market was adhering to. So I just drew them out, and we have to respect what the market thinks is the predominant pattern. Here's one way of looking at it. And if we measure that out, we're going to write about 75,000. The other way to look at it is here's another cup and handle pattern here. And we move this handle down. Either way, you get, and I think this is probably the better pattern. Either way, you get a measurement from the top of the cup to the bottom of the cup. You place that on the neckline where we break out, and it says we're going to 75,000. All right, well, that doesn't quite make sense to me because the way I'm seeing it on the Bitcoin dominance chart is if we break up our cup and handle pattern there, we should be going a lot higher than 75,000. Well, check this out. I'm going to bring you over to another chart just so this chart's kind of messy. So let's jump over to our BTC USD on Coinbase because this is where I drew it out. I just spotted this tonight. Check this out. What if there is a bigger cup and handle pattern in play here? Instead of looking at this area, this is what we did on the other chart. This area as our cup, this area as our handle, or this whole area as our cup, and this area as our handle. What if we expanded that out and went all the way over here and used both of these, this kind of a rough cup, as a cup, and then this would be a perfect handle because that's like a 33% drop from the neckline, which is a perfect technical pattern. All right, so let's measure that out. And I've got the measurement up here already. And I'm going to show you where this goes. This is kind of exciting. This shows me if and when we break out. Again, I don't know when we're going to break out. A lot of times what we like to do on these handles here is we hit our neckline, we come down, come back up again, test it, come down, come back up and test it before going further up. All right, let's zoom out here and I'll show you where this thing goes. It goes all the way up here to right around 100,000. And that seems to me like it makes a lot more sense with our BTC dominance chart. Let's take you back over there again because I got to show you this. that the math adds up that way. Because you're looking at that is a huge jump. Coming from this neckline all the way up to our resistance, where I think we're going to go around 55% BTC dominance. That's Bitcoin has to be very strong, and right now the altcoins are very strong, and we have only begun. I'm going to bring up the altcoin market here. This is excluding Bitcoin, but it does have Ethereum. So, we're only a third of the way to our $2.2 trillion mark. And that data can be correlated with Ethereum. Let's jump over there real quick. I'm sorry if I'm jumping all over. But see, I've got Ethereum going right here to our resistance at 6,000. This is big resistance. And that is exactly, again, we're a third of the way completing our cup and handle pattern on Ethereum, as well as the altcoin market. So we still have 60% of the way to go, 60% plus of the way to go on the altcoin market. And Bitcoin, once that dominance pattern plays out, let's see what the percentage is. All right, so we're going to 47, from 47 to 55. So again, that is about right. And we're way down here right now at 43. So back to BTC, USD. I'm sorry, I'm kind of hyper right now because after finding this is kind of huge. I mean, that makes absolutely perfect mathematical sense. I'm guessing, and I don't know what the time frame is for this, but once we break this neckline, I don't know if it's going to be the end of the year or end of January. It's going to be quick. And of course, we've got some major resistance up ahead. This black line, where does that come from? Let me zoom on out. All right, so I started this back in December of 20. So we're almost a year on this black line. So that's going to be major resistance. And I imagine once we hit that, we're going to come back down pretty considerably. And then we might do one of these. And let's move this chart so I can continue to draw. And finally, we will pop above this, or maybe we won't. Maybe we continue to hit our heads on this resistance until we get to our $100,000 mark. And at that point, bloop, we're going through another bear cycle. So this is my target on Bitcoin. Again, I'm not in Bitcoin, but I watch it and I chart it and I map it because it is our leader. We have to respect it. And we know the bull and bear cycles come and go. So I had our target at 75 before, only because of those previous cup and handles. This is a new cup and handle I just spotted tonight. I'm going to believe this. I'm going to trust this pattern because this is huge and it makes a lot more mathematical sense. It correlates with all the other data that I have corroborated and put together. So, new target for BTC, 100K, yo. That's huge. Good luck, traders. If you're in this, I wish you the best. I'm gonna say that we're gonna hit that sometime end of January, beginning of February. Actually, if you look down at the bottom of our chart, that correlates. Like if we do this thing where we hit our head against that resistance, come back up again, hit our heads again, right around January, if we can't poke our heads through that resistance and get above that, it's bear market time. All right, that's the way I look at it. Bear market does not necessarily mean we're going to go all. You have the gloom and doomers coming out and saying we're all the way back down to 20,000 or whatever. I mean, that could happen, but that is definitely a target you want to shoot for in the long run. And I'm not saying hold all your money in there till 100 grand, Of course, smart money takes money off the top at these different resistance points. And that's what we swing traders do, especially. All right. So if you found this content useful, if you agree, disagree, whatever, put it in the comments and give me a thumbs up, for crying out loud. I need some likes here on this one. All right. Talk to you later, guys.